Hey there, EVS Notary. Before I begin, I am asking you to subscribe to my channel if you have watched any of my videos and feel that you've received any value. I'm really trying to grow my channel this quarter. And since I split off from On the Other Side of HR, I'm trying to really get this channel up and running just strictly on notary videos and tips and strategies and things of that nature. So I could really use your help. So if you are a person that enjoys my content or think you will, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video. But what I came on here for is to ask a question. Have you done a reverse mortgage yet from a signing company? I actually had my first one. I haven't done one. I've been waiting on one for a long time because I like working with the older generation of people, and I tend to have a lot of patience with them, etc. So I finally got one, and I thought it was the actual reverse mortgage process and paperwork, but it was for the application only. So I thought I would just schedule about an hour's worth of time to get through the application. It was about 80 pages, the application. I met the client, very nice lady, who was really in the know of what was going on and what she was trying to do, etc. But what I didn't anticipate was the longer time period. I knew it would be somewhat long, not trying to stereotype, but most older people like to ask a lot of questions. They like to talk. They tend to write very methodical. So I got there, and I've been trying to do better of cutting all the chit chat, but I just like talking and getting to know people and building relationships. So of course I did that with her, and she had lots of questions. Some things I can't answer as a notary, but I referred her back to the lender, I believe, and asked her to write her questions down as we were going through the paperwork to kind of get things going. So she did want to read everything, and I did my normal setup by asking, hey, have you talked to the lender, have you been through your counseling? And she had answered yes to all of those. So I was a little taken back that she really wanted to read word for word, line for line, the paperwork, most documents. I'm not saying she did that for everything. So long story short, it took me almost 2 hours to complete a reverse mortgage application with this client. Again, she wanted to read most things. She had questions. She had stories about certain scenarios, and she would stop and talk. And I didn't want to be rude, but I didn't want to delay it too much further, so I had to keep her moving along in a nice and professional way. And another thing to anticipate if you are thinking about taking reverse mortgage, even application, is the fact that most older people take their time to sign their name. I've noticed this before, but they know how to write in cursive very well, and they are not slapping some signature on each document. They are taking each loop and dotting I's, crossing T's, and taking their time putting the date. So just that alone takes time. So the point of this video is to make sure you probably should schedule at least 2 hours. I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. Especially, I hope I get her reverse mortgage closing documents. Figure out what your tactics will be to not hurry, but to move the person along, because sometimes, not saying my client was, but sometimes they want people to talk to. They have lots of stories to share, which I love hearing. But when you're on your calendar and you may be back to back in signings, if you don't schedule the right amount of time, you could crash with reverse mortgage applications, and for what I'm understanding, the actual closing. So that's my tip for the day for reverse mortgage applications. I will keep you posted if I get the closing